What do you think at least led to that contraction? I mean, a lot of analysts have said, it's really primarily due to Metro Manila's return to stricter lockdowns, at least during the April to May period.
Yeah, well, the impact of those lockdowns are up front and center. We see it in the PMI numbers reverting to contraction in April and in May. And now that we're back in lockdown here in August, we're likely to see a reversal of the positive trend in PMI we've had for the past 2 months. So these lockdowns do hurt the economy. But on top of that, we're seeing a lot more strains in the economy with regard to our fundamentals. You're seeing unemployment still quite elevated at 7.7%, despite sort of looser restrictions. So there is some pain that the economy is feeling, with or without the lockdowns. But the lockdowns do hurt. But I think on the whole, the economy is just not moving the way it used to be prior to COVID-19.
Okay, good thing that you pointed that out, since that's precisely where we're at right now. I mean, Metro Manila back to ECQ, at least for the next 2 weeks until August 20. There's still a likelihood, of course, that we might actually not return to GCQ anytime soon, even after that. What does that say then to how our performance will be in the third quarter and the remainder of the year?
Yeah, we're penciling on a negative Q and Q in the third quarter as well. Of course, just this all depends on how long this current GCQ lasts. Just taking a page of what happened in the rest of our ASEAN neighbors, Indonesia is currently in the fifth week of its lockdown. So, the Delta variant wave could last quite long. And this might force us to stay in ECQ a little longer. And this, of course, has your impact or negative impact on your GDP. So, with possibly two straight quarters of negative Q on Q GDP, this is going to be a tall order for us to hit that 6 to 7% growth forecast or growth target that the government has set for us this year.
Now, of course, you have the government also starting to at least hand out cash aid, especially for Metro Manila residents. That's expected to start tomorrow. An ayuda of 4,000 pesos at least per household. Is that enough to somehow at least bolster spending during the period?
This is something that we would hope the government would bring out sooner. If you look at the 2Q GDP on a sectoral basis, government spending is the only sector that posted a contraction. So definitely lacking some of that fiscal punch. And hopefully the third quarter number can be positive. The ongoing ayuda or the ayuda that will be distributed tomorrow or on Wednesday will definitely help at least support some of these families that have to lose employment during this lockdown. So hopefully that continues to help support the livelihood here during the lockdowns.